Okay, very good. This is for those of you struggling with self-discipline and action. Okay, my darlings, look. Recognize that perhaps it is not your nature to be disciplined and to be in action. All right? Perhaps stillness is your preference. Perhaps the daydream is your preference. And my dear, and you see, I even said preference, which now gives the illusion of choice or tells of the choice. Look, take that as you may, but I myself, all right, remember your chart is a key. You want to take a look at that one? Okay, go ahead. All right. We want all the information we can get. And so for example, okay, I'm taking myself as an example. My chart says that my comfort zone is comfort, is stillness, is literally not doing much, just lounging, okay? And it's intense. It's intense. The resistance that I have grown inside of me, cultivated, nurtured inside of me because of trauma responses that I've gotten from other people, right? As I've come into this planet, been on my journey, events, things, people, occurrences, situations that I've encountered that I have been a part of, all right, have nurtured this sort of narrative in my mind about how it is not okay to be in my nature. All right. Now, what some of these beings, right, the ones that I'll say, that was maybe their way of showing me that, that they cared or showing me their love. That's the way I like to see it. All right. They could only teach me what they knew. They couldn't teach me something they didn't know. But here is what these beings fail to teach. All right. And if you're resonating with this, you have beings of your own that you're like, oh, they didn't give me all of these things. But anyway, they failed to teach us they failed to teach us about how we are all unique to ourselves. We are all unique to ourselves. All right? It's a composition, of course, but it should be a very thoughtfully, carefully curated composition, curated by you, by your truest self, right? Polished self. All right? That involves a whole process. And dare I say that it is a process that seemingly might just be never ending, at least in this reality, right? Because it's moment to moment. Why even worry about any other moment? If only, actually, to retrieve the lesson, to retrieve the memory, even if it's just to be felt in the body, as what it was, a memory, but to be able to trust yourselves. That is the main message from the beginning to now. That is it. It's the ability to trust yourself, to make a choice moment to moment. This is it. This whole time, that was the message. All right. The goal here is for you to be sovereign onto yourself, to have that connection between you and spirit, where you know yourself. You know how to translate messages that come to you into making choices in your everyday life, because you are here making choices moment to moment. And if you can't catch yourself when you're slipping, honey, whoa, you gonna hit the flow. That's called a tower. So we don't want that. Okay? Say it. Dare yourself. Do it. Be like, God, I am here coming to you in as much sincerity as I can in this moment, with the willingness and the ask that I do not want to repeat cycles. Okay? I want to close these cycles. This is what I want. And he's going to say, all right, this is what's been stopping you. All right. And the way that you're going to get that information, what's been stopping you, because you're going to get that from yourself. All right. It's going to come through. It's going to come through yourself. So you have to be aware every day of what your ask was, because now you've asked to be on mission now. Send me, right? Okay. Well, then here we go. All right. It's the trust. That's where confidence comes from. Remember, what did he say? Confidence comes from competence, and competence comes from practice. Okay, it's a practice. You are practicing moment to moment. Think about what that means moment to moment, please. Okay? And remember, it is in the stillness. It is in the being. Like, count all the little lines on your knuckle. How about that? Well, this is your knuckle, right? On this little joint here. Just zoom in and count them. Do yourself that favor. And then notice how you feel when you're like zoning into one tiny thing. Notice what that feels like, right? The gradient of yourself. Okay. I wish you all the best of times. Godspeed, my darlings. This is real. Vibration is real. Master your gradients. Master your gradients. All right? How can you command the earth if you're not connected to it? That is also a truth. Okay? Master your gradients. All right. Goodbye.